Welcome to the Foul Mouth News, where the filters are off and the language is colorful. If you are offended by profanity or vulgarity in general, not to mention political incorrectness, this video is not for you. You have been forewarned. So if you have virgin ears, be prepared because they are about to be violated.
Hello, everyone. So the Democrats have secured their fucking mail-in ballot cheating machine so far in Pennsylvania. All right, because when you're fucking filling out mass ballots and you're having people go into nursing homes and taking advantage of old people and having these nursing homes go overwhelmingly 96% to Biden, and in this case it'll be the same thing with fucking Harris, which is statistically not only improbable, it's statistically fucking impossible. You know, you can't get them to, when they're drooling, no offense, you know, to old people, but when they're sitting there, because those are the ones that are most fucking exploited with this shit, but those people who aren't there, that are drooling, that can't function, when you can't sign their signature and you need their signature in order to have it verified, because what they do is those signatures on the envelope are actually matched to your signature on your voter registration card. You can't exactly cheat. So this court ruled, because big bad evil orange bad man. Okay, this court fucking ruled that, hey, no signatures, no dates, no problem. I thought this shit was already adjudicated, but this is only a couple counties. You know, the key counties where cheating is, which should go to show you how fucking sketch this is. It's with key counties that they're doing this with. And what gets me, another thing is they talk about the fact of, well, it isn't our fault it takes us so long. You know, so what if we're bringing truckloads and truckloads of ballots in to cheat? That's not our problem. I mean, Taiwan can fucking do their election in a day. Every fucking country can count their fucking ballots in one fucking day. But these swing states that the Democrats need to fucking win in, it takes them up until the fucking actual swearing in of the fucking president, for fuck's sake. Almost literally. And that should tell you that shady shit's going on. I mean, shit. Well, that stuff's going on. You get them. You get a fucking videographic evidence of them fucking bringing in ballots. You get the shit in Georgia where she's caught on video before the election, fucking altering ballots, and then somehow she successfully sues Rudy Giuliani with her fucking retarded daughter. Who, all right, when even Georgia, when he said that they ran ballots through multiple times, which were supposedly fucking libeling or maligning and slandering them. When Georgia Public Broadcasting, and the state had to fucking admit that they did exactly that, so he should be fucking appealing that shit, considering he wasn't even allowed to present any fucking evidence. It was the same shit as Alex Jones. And you got this shit going on in Pennsylvania. I mean, what the fuck? You assholes cheat and steal elections. Then you go, you're lying eyes. And when people don't buy into that shit, you find corrupt courts in corrupt fucking municipalities where you can fucking sue. I mean, give me a fucking break. Oh, so we have an article here from the New York Times. Now, this was written by Matthias Schwartz. It was published on August 30th. And the title here, misdated, which is a fucking complete bullshit fucking term. Misdated mail-in ballots, you mean fraudulent ones, should still count. Pennsylvania court rules. So let me fix your fucking title. Fraudulent mail-in ballots should still count. Pennsylvania court rules, because that would be more factually fucking accurate. I mean, shit, the New York Times, fucking propagandist lying fucks. I mean, hell, you guys are on the level of the Krasenstein fucking brothers, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Those little DNC Ponzi scheme fucking shills. I mean, you literally had Ed fucking defending Biden, saying, he's not a kid diddler, and you people are fucking degenerate, fucking going off on. I went, so is, I went and asked him. I was like, so is Ashley Biden a degenerate? Considering she said he did a bunch of things in her diary that isn't exactly appropriate, if you catch my drift. I didn't put it that way. But he blocked me right after that. Because I said, dude, you're a pedophile apologist. I called him a pedophile apologist, which he is. But I mean, this is the fucking level of the New York Times. It's that Ed Krasenstein, Brian Krasenstein fucking retardation. Anyway, the lead in here. The state court found that throwing out otherwise eligible ballots because they were undated or had the wrong date on the outer envelope would violate the state constitution. Whoa, I noticed you didn't put about the lack of signatures on there too. And this thing of, if you can't follow the fucking rules, how are these eligible ballots? They are not eligible ballots because the person did not submit their ballot following the fucking rules. You have rules that you have to submit to when you go physically go to vote. How is this any fucking different? You don't follow the fucking rules when you go in to go and vote. Physically, you ain't allowed to vote. You're not allowed to cast a ballot. If you can't follow the fucking rules with a mail-in ballot, the same should fucking apply. This does not violate the state constitution. If this violated the state constitution, then all the people who were denied the ability to vote in person, same fucking deal for not following the rules. I mean, come on, give me a fucking break. Anyway, Pennsylvania's two most populous counties cannot throw out otherwise timely and eligible mail-in ballots because they are undated or do not have the correct date on the outer envelope, a state court ruled Friday. They also ruled, if memory serves from looking at this from other outlets and all that the ballots can show up after the fact and still be fucking counted too. The Commonwealth Court of Pennsylvania, siding with voter advocacy groups, you mean fucking Democrat fucking vote rigging fucking groups, because that's what they are, okay? Because these advocacy groups, these voter advocacy groups go, oh my God, black people are so stupid that they don't even know what a DMV is. So to demand that black people show an ID is racist. I mean, they literally say this shit. I mean, give me a fucking break. Anyway, so siding with advocacy groups finding that tossing ballots because they did not comport with 2019 law requiring voters to date and sign the outer envelope. This is actually longer than that. This is just a law going along with this because this is already, they had to do it. They had to do it by law. I love how it's a 2019 law. No, this has been a long-standing law. Well, excuse me, in Pennsylvania. This was actually adjudicated in fucking Pennsylvania. Well, not really adjudicated, but this came up in 2016. How can this have come up in 2016 if this 2019 law all of a sudden required it? Oh, that's right, because you're lying out your fucking ass, Matthias. These fucking people, such sad propagandists. But anyway, requiring a date to sign the... All right. So finally, tossing ballots did not comport to the 2019 law requiring voters to date and sign the outer envelope will violate a state constitution clause guaranteeing free and equal elections, impose a substantial threat of disenfranchisement. How? All you need to do is sign your fucking name so that your signature can be compared to your voter registration card and put the fucking correct date. How is this disenfranchisement? And I love how you're staying away from the fact that the judge also said that there didn't need to be a fucking signature. I love how you're not going there. Like, 'cause you don't want to talk about that because that's sketchy as all fucking hell. This is fucking retarded. The ruling could play a critical role in November in the battleground state, which polls now show to be a toss-up between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald J. Trump. Election officials disqualified nearly 16,000 mail-in ballots for irregularities during April's primary election. Almost half were disqualified because of issues like missing signatures and wrong dates in the outer envelopes. And you leave out the fact why they were disqualified for having a lack of fucking signature, because that signature is used, you sleazy fucking piece of shit, to verify that it's a legitimate fucking vote, because they take the person's signature on the envelope for the ballot and they compare it to the signature on their voter registration card. So that's not a valid fucking ballot. This is how fucking retarded they are. This is how desperate they are, that they will cheat like this. They've been cheating to steal elections going back to like when they tried with Gore, even before that. I mean, stealing elections is a Democrat fucking pastime, for fuck's sake. Going back to Tammany Hall, even further back than that. I mean, Jesus Christ, we wouldn't have had JFK as president if fucking his daddy didn't make a deal with the mob and all these dead people who were literally using, and I'm not talking Rachel Maddow literally, I'm talking the actual like definition of the word, who were literally using their plot number as an apartment number and the address of the cemetery as an apartment building address to fucking vote. Documented fact. You go to lot 305 and you look at the name, okay, on the fucking with the the cemeteries that they harvested voters from, so to speak, that they dug up, so to speak. If you went to lot 305 and their registration said that they were at 305, whatever street that the cemetery's on, you would see that the name literally matched the tombstone. This is a long fucking drawn out thing that the Democrats have been doing for fucking God only knows how long. And they're like, oh, well, they were just, those votes, these are legit votes. Yeah, completely, 100% legit. yeah, 100% legit. These votes here with no signatures, yeah, completely fucking above board. They didn't get counted. And 99.9% of them are, were for Biden. I mean, or were for, or in this case, will be for Harris. I mean, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, the ruling only applies to Philadelphia and Allegheny counties. Whether it will extend across the state will most likely depend on county officials and guidance from the Office of the Secretary of the Commonwealth, who leads Pennsylvania's Department of the State. Guidelines ain't a court ruling or a law, asshole. They still have to follow the actual fucking law. The Secretary of the Commonwealth can't tell them to not follow the law. Okay, that goes against the fucking idea of separation of powers. Congress said, this is the shit. This is how you're going to do it. It got signed into fucking law. Fuck you. I mean, this is how, like, oh, well, if the Secretary of the Commonwealth says to ignore it. No, it don't work like that. Anyway, this ruling makes a clear voter's minor error of forgetting to date or misdating a ballot envelope. It cannot be a cause for disenfranchisement, the department said in a statement. Well, fuck you, because, oh my God, it's just a minor thing about they're misdating it. They also said that you didn't have to sign your fucking ballot or your envelope. I mean, give me a fucking break. Governor Josh Shapiro hailed the court's decision in a statement posted on social media, calling it a victory for Pennsylvanians' fundamental rights to vote. No, the Democrats' fundamental right to cheat. Every time they talk about fundamental rights to vote, you can just insert words in place of it. Fundamental rights to cheat. The state Republican Party, which has intervened in the suit in support of the law known as Act 77, is likely to appeal the ruling to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. The party's state chairman referred a request for comment to its office in Harrisburg, which did not immediately respond. In 2022, the same Commonwealth Court ordered the counting of undated mail-in ballots, which should go to show you how fucking rigged this shit is. But mail-in ballots after David McCormick, a Republican primary candidate for the U.S. Senate, filed the lawsuit during his close race against Mahatma Oz, the TV personality also known as Dr. Oz, because they didn't want Dr. Oz to win. Voting by mail in Pennsylvania rose roughly tenfold between the 2016 and the 2020 presidential election cycles to 2.7 million ballots, which amounted to 39% of all ballots cast across the state, which should go to show you this is shady as fuck, because in order to have such a fucking increase, that would mean that you actually have to have people now becoming politically involved that are apolitical, that don't go and vote shit like that, because they're just basically sending out these ballots to anyone who will request them, which makes it easy for the Democrats to cheat. The reason why there's a 39% amount of mail-in ballots, what they won't show you is that the numbers increase, because that also makes it look sketchy as fuck, even though they could use that to try to sell their fucking case that, hey, we're getting more people to vote. No, you're just making it easier to fucking cheat. I mean, Jesus Christ, 39% of the votes are mail-in ballots. Now, I'm not saying all of those are fucking fraudulent ballots, but I'm sure more than a few are. More than enough to possibly swing elections. Why do you think these supposed voting advocacy groups, okay, will hold black and brown people, okay, up and use them as human shields, and basically, while they're doing it, say they're too fucking stupid to go to a fucking DMV and get a driver's license or a non-driver ID when you need a driver's license or a non-driver ID to do just about anything in this fucking country of any merit? You want to smoke? You need an ID. You want to drink? You need an ID. I mean, you're telling me grown adults don't go and buy alcohol and tobacco and shit like that just on those two examples alone? You can't fucking travel. Okay, you can't on the road. You can't drive a car without a fucking ID. You're saying black people don't have the agency to drive, don't have the intelligence to drive? I mean, give me a fucking break. They are the most racist fucking shitbags on the planet. And while being racist, they go, we're doing it for their own good. I mean, give me a fucking break. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, so, but the rise followed the passage of Act 77 in 2019, which allowed all Pennsylvanians to cast their votes by mail. The law, and this is where they fucking make the excuse that, oh my God, it's not our fault on why we're dragging our feet counting ballots. The law also prohibited county officials from processing or counting mail-in ballots until the morning of Election Day. That slowed vote counting and results, which contributed to some protests in downtown Philadelphia in 2020. You kept dragging out the 2020 fucking election. You're just pulling ballots out of your fucking ass. You had ballots showing up a week later, 2 weeks later, and they were still being fucking counted. Postmarked 2 weeks later in Pennsylvania. Are you fucking kidding me? Even later than that. And you're like, oh, well, we got delayed with the shit. No, you were fucking taking more and more ballots because Biden lost, and you were fucking padding the fucking voting. Who the fuck are you trying to kid? And instead of admitting that, because, that would be criminal, you're like, oh, it's the fact, it's not our fault, it's the law's fault. Taiwan, you can't fucking count the ballots until the day of the fucking election. They do it in one day. Venezuela, same fucking shit. Third world shitholes are able to count their ballots faster than we can. What the fuck? I mean, give me a fucking break. Officials across the country have been scrambling to figure out how to count ballots with only months before the election. How about you just do it the way you used to do it? Because, the first state to pull this shit was Arizona. And Arizona never had a fucking problem of getting all their ballots counted in the same fucking day. Mail in, fucking, vote in person, did not fucking matter. They went, oh shit, we can rig a fucking election. So what we're going to do is we're going to say it's going to take us a little bit longer, and then we can start padding the fucking votes. And then other fucking states figured this shit out, Democrat shitholes, and all of a sudden it went from, oh, we're able to count the votes in one fucking day, like we don't remember this shit, to, oh, it takes us a week, 2 weeks, a month. Hell, it might take us to almost right up to the day of the, fucking Congress swearing in the president. And we're supposed to buy into this shit? They're scrambling to figure out how to fucking delay shit, because they should be able to count ballots in a fucking day without a problem. They do it in the third world, for fuck's sake. They do it in Taiwan. They do it in every other fucking Western goddamn fucking country. They count that shit in a day. But here in the United States, we got fucking Slowpoke fucking Rodriguez, okay, fucking Speedy Gonzalez's fucking retarded Mexican cousin fucking counting our shit. Going, we got one for Trump and 50 here for Biden, the senile old fucker, yeah. I mean, give me a fucking break. And they're pulling those ballots out of their ass. Fucking clown world bullshit. But anyway, officials across the country have been scrambling to figure out how to count ballots with only months before the election. Give me a fucking break. In Georgia, local officials are trying to make sense of new rules about certification from the state election board. Nebraska is in the middle of a court battle over whether the votes of people convicted of felonies should be counted. Like in Pennsylvania, the Nebraska dispute hinges on whether a new state law comports with the state constitution. Well, how about this, okay? Look at Massachusetts. They actually had felons voting. Okay, they allowed felons to vote in prison, which led to, for example, Michael fucking Dukakis, who promised the prison population, along with the other Democrats, that, hey, we're going to implement, and I remember this as a kid, we're going to implement a fucking furlough program. You're in prison serving time, but we're going to let you furlough for fucking weekends and shit. Oh, you want to go hang out with your girlfriend or your friends or your family? Oh, yeah, you can get a furlough for a weekend. And what ended up happening? Oh, that's right. They furloughed a murderer who went out and fucking murdered someone. And the backlash was so bad, Massachusetts got rid of felony voting for felons. Especially in prison. We live in fucking clown world. And I mean, that shit was fucking ridiculous in the 80s, and then now they're trying to revisit that shit. They want felons to vote because they overwhelmingly vote Democrat, because the Democrats enact policies and laws that benefit the criminal. So of course they want to give that voter bloc the uninfringed ability to fucking vote. We live in fucking clown world. They lie, cheat, steal, go, oh, voter rights, while they're setting up their fucking cheating apparatus. Anyway, yeah, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here. If you've made it this far and haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also feel free to subscribe over on the other platforms where this channel's content is uploaded to, as well as subscribe and follow over on sites like Minds, Gab, and Parler. Links to each are in the description.